Hi, my name is Kamala Murphy, and I'm wondering, are you a people pleaser? And do you sometimes get resentful about being one? I know that it certainly has been like that for me, that I become so accustomed to pleasing everybody else that there were times that I just start feeling really resentful. We keep thinking that keeping everybody else happy, or at least not angry with us, is the thing to do. But we actually forget how much of a toll it's taking on us. I have a story about this. Several years ago, I was asked to have a leadership position on a committee, and I did not want to do it. Everything in me was saying, no, don't do this. But the chairperson kept coming to me and asking, oh, wouldn't you please, wouldn't you please? And this one night, I really don't want to. And she said, I know, but there's really no one else stepping up. And I just like, all right, okay, I'll do it. And I left the meeting seething. It was all underneath, but I was just, why did you do that? And so angry with myself that I was clenching the steering wheel on the way home, and I could feel everything so tight. And I had a quick errand to run at Trader Joe's. So I went in, got my shopping done, came out, and this particular Trader Joe's has the worst entry and exit plan. So I'm pulling down the exit, which is a very narrow alley, and someone starts to turn in from the street, which the entryway was really just a short ways down. And I'm thinking, that jerkwater, why don't they just go down to the main entrance? But they kept coming in. And at that point, they couldn't really back up. And I felt like, okay, I'm going to have to pull over and let them go by because there's just not enough room for two. So I pull way over to the side of the alley, right next to a telephone pole. And I let the person pass. There was no acknowledgement. They just drove on by. And I'm like, I'm really annoyed. I'm still annoyed about the saying yes to this one position. And then I'm mad at myself for pulling over. I had the right of way. And as I start to pull away, I didn't realize how close I'd pulled to the telephone pole. And as I'm coming out, I hear this all down the back rear of my car. And I was so furious. I pulled out and parked on the side and was just like throwing F-bombs and just screaming. I was so angry. I was angry at the position I had been in. I was angry at myself for saying yes when I wanted to say no. I was angry that I was more concerned about other people's feelings and other people's ability to access the shopping center. I was just so pissed. And I realized at that point, you had been in a situation that if you had been honest with yourself and put yourself not first necessarily, but took into consideration what worked for you, you wouldn't be in this position now where I was angry, frustrated, resentful, and seriously tied up in knots. So I know this is a little bit extreme, but this is what happens to us when we are consistently saying yes to other people, when we know deep inside we want to say no, when we're more concerned about pleasing other people than taking care of our own needs and desires. So if this sounds at all like you, and you recognize that your people pleasing is taking a toll on you, and you want to start putting yourself, again, not necessarily first all the time, but taking your needs and desires, your wants, what's important to you, putting that first finally, please join me for the upcoming webinar, How to Say No Without Pissing Everybody Off, and being okay even if you do, because we can. People get over it. So yeah, if this is of interest to you, please simply fill out the registration in the boxes below, and I look forward to seeing you on the call. No more people pleasing. So it's time to take care of ourselves. So I hope to see you there. Take care.